All right, we're back, and I let this run for quite a while to get everything backlogged again. I did have to expand my copper production somewhat, but I also noticed that I was out of stone mines, so we'll have to work on that. Right now, what we're really fighting, everything's mostly caught up except for steel. And so for that, we're going to need more stone furnaces as well. But we probably want to switch over to electric furnaces pretty soon here. But I also was taking a look and I noticed that if we search for rocket here, we are pretty close to a rocket silo actually. We need to get modules up to level 3 in three different areas. We need to do the rocket control unit and the rocket silo. So let's go ahead and let's just start queuing those things up. We need all of the modules up to the level 3. We can't queue everything up, but we'll get working on some of it. Should be able to. Speed module we already have. Efficiency. Need to start that research, and so we'll make pretty good speed through some of these. Although, yeah, we'll be okay going through those. All right, so what I'm going to do here, since we need a lot more steel, especially for all that research that we're doing, what I'm going to do here is I'll copy this, and then I'll copy this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run into the I'm going to go get some. Well, I've got a few of these electric furnaces. Let's go ahead and let's switch those over. Electric furnaces are nice. I believe that they're faster. I'm not entirely certain. But they also are very nice because they use electric power instead of using fuel. And, I have done some conversion on the fuel as well, so we've made some progress there. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to switch this. Let's see, you just basically break all of this copper production. And I'm going to get rid of this splitter here. Now you notice I'm not actually going to change how the various splitters are moving things across the belts. And the reason for that is because if you do, then you'll end up with things on the wrong section of the belt. Then you have to go through the whole rest of the belt chain to figure out how to fix everything, and it just becomes insanity. Do not want to have to do that. So let's see, we're awfully overloaded on things. Makes up some space here. Now what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to need to pick up all of this. I would like to move this copper so that it actually was going to get earlier in the splitter. However, that's a little awkward to get done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it as is. Put this in. All right, so I put this down, want to have inserters with all of that. That will work nicely. We want to copy paste all of that, so we're going to have to get all of this moved. This actually can just stay unturned. Right, going to have that like that. Now the power is reconnected. We'll copy, paste like that. We don't need this splitter either. Again, we're overloaded. What do we got? Lots of coal. All right. Let's go pick all of this up. Get the trash cleaned up. All right. I didn't really mean to have everything offset by 1. Let's just make it prettier like that. We'll take a minute. There we go. But now, you can drop that in. Oh, I didn't copy the bottom belt. All right. And that'll be 8 on each side, which will be a good number for now, we're still going to finish. We're going to get filled up with a bunch of stuff. All right, making progress on the modules. Yeah, what the heck, let's just make it 16. This will be quite significant smelting capability. It might actually be more than the belts can support. But we'll give it a try for now. We only had 10 of those machines. We could queue up a couple more. All right, so we're going to have here. There we go. So now that we've got a whole bunch of stone furnaces available, we can come up here, get the iron production upgraded. How many stone furnaces do we have? We've got 11 of them left right now. Let's just go ahead and we'll duplicate this whole thing again. We won't have enough stone furnaces for the full set, but nope. How did that happen? How did we end up with enough stone furnaces? Well, 32 of them. Okay. Well, I ain't gonna gripe. All right, so we got iron coming down the line. We'll have to see how much these are actually consuming. We might need to double speed this line here. Now, we don't have a double speed iron line yet because we haven't needed it. But if you'll notice here that if you put a normal speed line onto one side, then you could chew all that up with a double speed line. So we'll take a look, see if that's necessary. Obviously the stone mine finished up, and now we're cleaning up all of the other things. All right, it's going to take a while to get those red circuits. Well, while we're working on this, let's take a look at how we're going to want fuel to work. So let's disconnect this for now. This is going to be our new fuel line. Now we are still going to have a coal line. We're just not going to have it as the fuel line anymore. All right, so what we'll do here is we always want to have a preference left. I always prefer to feed the power station when we have to make a choice. And how do we want to do this? So we could just make this all. That would be a little funny, but it would actually work really well. All right, this is where our coal is going to be for now. All right. And I've got a bunch of rocket fuel now. I can dump into various machines. Or, oh, I want to break that off because I'm going to be replacing that very quickly here. Oh well, this wasn't what I was intending, but I can live with it. All right, this is going to be rocket fuel. All right, so now what we'll have is we'll have a coal line, we'll have a rocket fuel line. I need to catch all of these. Any place that it mentions coal needs to go to rocket fuel, except if coal is actually being used as an ingredient. So again, this is fuel. No, that wasn't what I meant. Shift right click instead of shift left click. There we go. Now, I may have been a little over aggressive on this, so we'll have to think about how this all plays out. Because now what's happening is that coal is showing up as trash inside all the other belts. I don't know. We'll think about it. Given that we're close enough to the logistics system, maybe we can just endure it. But it's not ideal. Let's just dump that in here. Yeah, so now coal is going to be a major backlog everywhere. And now how are we going to get coal over there? We want coal to get over to some places as an ingredient, but I don't want it to really cause much trouble. Oh, I do not like what I'm about to do, but I suppose it will work sufficiently. There we go. Fill all that out. You are not supposed to have belts moving this way, or inserters. Oh, look at you. All right, drop off the research so that it's available later. All right, and I could try to rejoin the belt. I'll probably do that eventually, but there's not much point in just jumping back and forth onto and off of the belt because there's going to be additional things in the way. So we'll just do it as needed. All right, here's the key here. In order to make the system still work nicely, we still have to have that, have all the fuel go there. But now what we've got is that we need to get real coal over here to make the, I don't know, let's think about this. We're hardly using military for anything. Okay, I'm gonna be real hackish here. I'm just gonna disable military science for now. I don't know. This is a compromise. I'll give them a temporary supply of coal, so it'll make a few more military science. But I don't think we're going to need military science for this, for the rest of this world. In fact, it might have just been a waste of my time to build it in the first place. So, all right, well, sometimes you make mistakes. All right, so we need coal in order to make petroleum. So let's break that. That's going to be rocket fuel again. This will, look at that. That actually fits real nice, doesn't it? All right, underground belts, southbound belt, copy, paste all the way up. All right, let's pick up all that junk. Pick up this stuff here. There we go. All right, so we'll get coal going all the way over there. That'll work. One of these days, I'm going to build a coal and a fuel line separate right from the beginning. But I haven't done that yet. I just keep telling myself I ought to. All right, is that all of the uses for fuel? We had a train to fill up. We had various furnaces to fill. Okay. We're actually looking pretty good here. All right, let's see what we have space we could pick that up. All right, so what are we going to need here for the rocket silo? The silo is going to, oh, concrete, something I don't have yet. The rest of those we either have or are trivial to make. All right, concrete is iron ore, stone brick, and water. So we're going to, is concrete not researched yet? There we go. All right, so this was the purple science. This is going to be a pipe coming up here to make concrete. It's going to need to connect to the water line, which is that. All right, and to make that, you make it in a second level assembler, okay? And we'll leave space here. We'll actually put this into a chest. And let's see, where's concrete going to be used? Any place else that we care about? Artillery turret, centrifuge. Yeah, we'll put it on the belt, but I'm not convinced there's going to be a heck of a lot of use for it, but right. See, if I recall correctly, I think that concrete is 100 per stack, but we're going to need 1,000 of it. So we may need a little bit more space than I put in the chest, but we'll live with that for now. All right. Nope, that's wrong. Move all of that down. And what do we need here? Iron ore and stone brick. Stone brick we've used recently, so that'll be easy to get. Copy. This one's going to be stone brick. This one's going to be the iron ore, for which we will have to go nearly all the way to the top. We haven't researched that. Rocket silo is actually... Oh, it's in the queue! It's in the queue! Oh, this is gonna rock. All right, so what are we gonna do here? This is gonna be our concrete here. We can make rocket silo out of that when the time comes. We might go ahead, maybe we just create a machine that'll do it. We could pull right off that, and then off some additional belts. You know, it's not a terrible idea. Rather than, I've tried to make the rocket silo in my hand, and let's see, what's the time? It takes 30 seconds. That's not outrageous, but it is just, it takes a very, very, takes a huge amount of inventory space in order to make that work. So let's go ahead. Let's put in long inserter here. All right, to make this work, let's move this down one. That'll work. And actually, I'll put it here. And this, actually, this needs to move as well. Just for symmetry, we'll move it down instead of up. All right. And so this is what's going to make the rocket silo. We'll put, I'm assuming that rocket silos are 1 per slot, but I don't actually know. All right, so let's find out here. Let's see, we're going to have a splitter, and then we're going to have, ooh, that's all going to be too tight. All right, everything moves down. Shall we move the concrete down as well? You know what I'm going to do? Slightly less dense, but I'm just going to run with it. We'll put that one like that. All right. Sorry, I'm constantly going back and forth, but all right. This is where we're going to have the next splitter, and then there will be yet another one because there's 5 items. There we go. Oh, and this needs to be reversed. Okay, so here's our machine. Gonna take this. It's gonna take a long. This is going to have an input. This is going to have an output to a chest that only allows 1 slot. All right, so what are the various things that are made up of? We've already got concrete. Oh, that's interesting. One of these is pipe. Okay, so we'll change this slightly here. If we leave this, we want this. So what I'm planning here is I'm going to have a machine here that's making pipe. So we'll copy that. Turn the volume down so it's not quite so distracting. So this will be making pipe, therefore we want this to show up on the far side of the belt. We could do that like that. This will all work very nicely. Get a power line there. We'll need to this will be iron. What else are we looking for? Electric engine, processing unit, and steel. So, oh, steel's right here. So this will be, that's right, that's the concrete. This is where steel's gonna go. Copy, paste. And then processing unit as well. Processing unit is going to be and then what's the last thing that we need here? Electric engine. Electric engine is up here. I got this all backwards. Oh, everything's offset by 1. Oh, that's irritating. So I want everything to actually go there. That'll do it. And then that last one, this is looking for electric engine. All right. So we've got, where's iron coming from? Iron is way up here. Okay. So copy, paste. And we'll paint all this in. All right, so this is where we'll build the rocket soon enough. And let's see here. We've already got rocket silo. Everything's queued up that we're going to need here. Don't need the fast belts yet. That's already queued. All right.